Cowgirl here, and today we are going to be changing the gears in this 2020 Jeep Gladiator build that we've been taking to shows. Since we want to put 40s on it, we've got to go up in gear size, so we're changing out the stock gears for these Yukon 538s. So here's the ring and pinion, and they also sent us new diff covers, which don't look like much, but they're actually really pretty heavy duty, which is kind of crazy, but they're pretty heavy. And we have the master install kit right here for the rear as well. We will be doing, obviously, the front and rear because it is four-wheel drive. But first, we're going to go ahead and tackle the rear since that's our main drive axle. Drive it around, make sure it's good to go, and then we'll tackle the front. So, let's go. Okay, so first we got to work on getting our wheels and tires off because the axle shafts are behind it. So, I got to take the covers off. So, that's what I'm doing right now. Just taking these covers off. And then we'll work on getting the wheels and tires off. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take the wheel and tire off. So we got to take the lug nuts out, and I'm using a 3/4 because that's the size that I have of lug nuts. And then, yes, my pink snap-on half drive gun. I only got it because it's pink because it was on sale, okay? I absolutely can't stand pink, but here we are.
Damn, you should work for NASCAR.
No, I'd be fired. I'm too slow. So here's my 5. And then I'll take those off. So now we have access to get to everything. Yeah. Okay, so since I don't want to take this whole bar off, I'm just going to take off these 2 bolts right here, drop those down on both sides, and then if we need to loosen any of those, we will, and then this will just drop down so that we can get access to the cover right here. So. So now that this is nice and loose, I'll be able to move it out of the way some. We should be able to move it back here too as well. I don't want to bend into the exhaust that much, but let me grab a catch pan and we can start taking this diff cover off. I'll probably crack the plug just to get most of the fluid out first before I crack it, just so it's not like sploosh all over the place, because I don't want to take an oil bath tonight. So we'll probably do that first and then take all those fun things out. All right.
You need the oil thing in there.
Good. Voila. Alright, that's good. Okay, so the parking brake cables, these little guys right here, usually go in through here. Oops, sorry. And they feed inside of there. So to get enough slack, On this little cable, you have to loosen it because they feed in like this. They sit in there like that in this little hole. So in order to have enough room to loosen it, you take out this side bolt on the console. There's another one on the other side. And then I also took out the ones in the front too, just so that I had more room. But hang on, let me see if I can get a better angle of the adjustment on it. So give me 1 second and set up the camera. So right there is your adjustment on this little like T handle thing. So you just loosen that up, make sure you count how many times you turn it so that you can put it back the way it was. But that right there is where you loosen it at. And then from there, it'll give you tension on this to be able to take this off and on. So those are your parking brake cables, and there you go. Okay, so now on this side, I already took my parking brake cable off right here. And now I'll be taking these 4 axle bolts out on these 4. And then we also need to take off the ABS sensor, which is right here. That bolt, and then this whole caliper, which is held on by 1 and 1 on the bottom, 2 bolts.
Go.
Okay, so first I'm gonna go ahead and take this caliper off, and they are 2 18mm nuts. Put my little swivel on here. And then my 8mm. I'm gonna take this little ABS sensor off so that it doesn't get caught or in the way when we take this plate off. And then it just kind of wiggles out like that. Ta-da! I'll just stick that back in there so I don't lose it. And then, now you have your caliper off, you have your parking brake cable off, and I'm gonna go ahead and take off this little Torx nut bolt thing. It's a Torx bolt. It's just a retainer for the rotor. So we have that. It's a Torx 30. And then put in your little bolt here. Make sure it's in there. And then hit it. And I need more. Oh, first we gotta take the axle bolts off the back. Those are an 18. I use an 18 deep. If you can fit an 18 shallow, depending on how shallow your shallow is, you can use an 18 shallow. But mine's too short, so I use deep. With an impact, so I just use a ratchet. Boom. And then sometimes you get lucky and your rotor's really easy to come off, but this one is not. So I'm gonna grab a hammer. It is off. And then flip this puppy around. Put it back on there. Grab a couple lug nuts. Yeah. So I'm just gonna take a couple of lug nuts. Start them on here. And then there you go. Your axles are now out. Gang gang.
Now the end plate I was talking about is right here.
That tiny little bit.
See how much
That tiny bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you gotta have that much. If it's tight when you do this and you ain't getting a bang bang, you're too tight.
Okay.
And if you get
Too much
a lot more bang bang,
it'll just grind.
yeah, it'll just eat the gears plumb up. So you got to, that's how I test my end play, you know, see how much slack I've got.
Okay.
And then
So I take these bolts
take
off.
them bolts out.
I take
You lay
the
this
drive
cap
line
and
down.
everything on this side.
Okay.
Take these bolts out, lay everything on this side.
Okay.
And this whole carrier
come
will
out.
just come straight out.
All right.
And there's probably going to be a shim on this
shims on both
side and a
sides?
shim on this side. Make sure you put them on the same sides that you brought them out.
Okay.
And then you'll have to pull this the drive shaft up here. So you got to pull
the
that
pinion
nut
out?
off. Get the pinion nut off.
Okay.
You got to pull the yoke, and then that way you can get that pinion out. You know, and put a new pinion in.
Okay.
But no, this is what I was wanting to check because
Yeah.
when you get it put back together,
That's how
it
much you
should
need to
be
have.
like that.
Okay.
Because there is no adjustment
Right.
in
Other
here,
than just
so
shims.
you make sure the
Yeah.
shims are right. You make
Okay.
sure you put them on the right side.
Okay.
And I've had them too, where I had to swap sides with the shim to
Because
tighten
was
it up
different.
more.
Okay.
Yeah, just
Okay.
to tighten it up a little bit.
All right. Is this fine like this then?
Oh
Just
yeah,
hanging?
yeah. No,
It
that's
kind of ended up being a nice
good.
caliper
Oh,
holder.
made a
So-
made a good rest.
It worked great.
Now,
We'll see if the 1/2 inch or the 3/8 will take it off.
yeah, this is a reusable gasket.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. I was like, honestly, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you can reuse that. Leave that one bolt in there. Don't just leave it hanging there.
Okay.
And grab one of these other bolts and put it in this other side, because you're gonna have to wiggle that. Use that bolt to wiggle that cap
Oh.
back and forth,
Oh, okay.
just to get it to come out.
Like that?
See what I mean?
Oh, there's the
Okay,
spacer
see
coming
here?
out. Oh yeah, there it
Oh,
is.
okay.
See that spacer?
I see.
That goes on this
Is there one on
side.
the inside too, or no?
No, that's just your race
Okay.
for your bearing.
You got, you got it? Okay.
Okay, see, I want
Here's
this
one,
race.
and this spacer was
I
on
want
this
this
side.
race to stay on this side. And I can tell you how to check a set of gears.
Okay.
There should be numbers right on the edge of this gear.
On this.
See, this one says 13, 8 and 43. You divide the 43 by 8, and that'll tell you what gear ratio.
And that
you
would
got.
be the 538 that this one is.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and all your gears, all of them have a number stamped on them like that.
So that you would know what size.
That way
this
you
one-
know what gear ratio you
You
got.
got it.
And it's the same way on your pinion there, on the ass end of
This
it.
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
there should be number stamped into it too
Okay.
that you can check. But that's how that comes
That
apart, dear.
wasn't. That was nothing to that, honestly. Okay.
No,
I feel
but
like
like I
the-
say, anytime you're doing one of these, before you tear it all the way down, take
Always
bolts out,
check it.
check your end plate, see how much you got.
Okay.
And then make sure you put your spacers, swap them, that way you don't put them back in the wrong hole.
So
Throw off
whenever
all your
you
back
put
and
it
forth.
back, how do you know where you gauge that little plate that you have? Where's that gauge? Like how did?
Well, you can put a dial indicator on it and see how much slack it has in there. But I do it by ear.
Yeah. Okay.
I do it by ear and feel. I've done so many of these. I know how much you're supposed to have. You know, that's one of them type deals. I hadn't used gauges since I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
I bet.
That's like the end goal for me. I want to be a badass like that one day. Okay. So
But that's all there is to it.
should I take this out so we can put this other
Yeah, you can go ahead and take
Yeah.
that out, put it on the bench, and
and take these bolts out?
zap the bolts out of it.
Okay. And then it'll just
Just
slide
watch them.
off.
They could either be right or left-handed thread. So
Oh, so be careful. when
yeah,
I'm
be
taking-
careful when you
okay.
start taking them loose. And have you got Loctite down here?
Red, blue.
Red.
I have red. I think I have red.
There's
Double
You
check.
put it back together with the new one, the
Okay.
lock's acting better.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. I wouldn't tell you to do it like I do, but
Sucker shit. Yeah, I'm still over. there you go. That's what I was taking all the time.
Nice.
Just,
Across.
yep, crisscross them back and forth. Watch your ring gear when you pull it up. There. Okay,
It's
go to
snug?
your other side. See, look down here.
It's not straight.
Pull on this one. So that pops in. More. Now go back to your other one. Okay, now just Now you see your press sleeve?
Yes. Do I take it out?
No, you leave that there. All that stays, just like it is.
What about the seal?
Just leave it in. We'll change the seal before we put the yoke back on. And all this gonna be under your website?
Yeah, it'll be on my YouTube channel. So you'll be making an appearance.
Cummins.
Cummins Cowgirl? Yeah.
Okay, remember that shim
It
goes
goes
on this side.
This one goes on this side.
Yes. Let me see the shim for just a second.
Does it matter if it goes this way or
That's
this
what
way?
I'm fixing to find.
Oh, okay.
Because some of them are beveled.
Oh.
This one doesn't care.
Just flat.
Either way?
Yeah, it's flat either way, so it doesn't care.
Okay. Can I put it in and then put the shim in?
Yeah, put the carrier in with
With the races
the
on?
races on, and then you can slip your shim in, and sometimes you have to tap the shim in. So since that shim on that side is thinner, I'll almost put it in first, and then put this other side.
Oh, wait.
Like, who's driving this down like?
Literally.
Yeah, baby. No, you cannot.
Me and sister are going to ride on it. Me and sister are going to ride on it.
Okay, I'll come get you in a minute.
Serious?
Yeah.
How are we going to ride it back down here?
You don't have any shims in right now, love, so
Yeah.
you're gonna hear a lot of slop.
Do I need to
Just,
bring it out to there?
no, I want it pushed all the way
It's got to
in
be
the
all
hole.
the way in? Okay.
Yeah, all the way in on both sides.
Right there?
Yeah, all the way in. And then, like I say, this is where you're gonna use a screwdriver to move your,
To move the races.
okay. Okay.
Good.
Tighten them up some more.
Okay.
You using a big impact?
This is the 3/8 impact.
3/8?
Yeah.
Okay.
How tight should I do them?
Get it one more time. Get that other one again.
This one?
No, this one. Still sounds about the same as it did, no?
I think so. Because it wasn't much at all.
No.
I think that was it.
No, I'm sitting there watching it where she's moving. It looks about right.
Okay. Put the drive line back on?
You can put the drive line back in, yep.
I probably can do like a. I want to do a reel, just doing like a zoom in on
That's fine.
the gears, and like that we put them in.
Okay.
Can I say we?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you helped.
Okay, good. A little bit, but I helped. You're badass, eh?
Thanks, baby.
It's magnetic, yeah.
Do you know why it's magnetic?
No, babies.
Can you take a guess?
So,
Think of in case you have a gear failure.
so you don't have to get it full of dirt?
Well, is dirt magnetic?
No.
No. But what is?
Metal?
So when you have metal shavings inside your diff, where do they go?
onto your
Plug?
plug.
Yes.
Oh, so now, so you know whenever you get
So when you pull the plug and you have a bunch up to it,
Here.
you know you've got problems. Instead of little metal shavings just floating around in there, they are on the plug that you can see issues with. This could get interesting. Okay. I need my 18. Into the thick of it. We're jumping through the bush. On we push into the thick of it. This is my forearm workout. Yep. Snug as a bog in a rug. And then you put this aside. Like in Heather. Like that. Nice. Oh, that's real nice. Real nice. Okay. Parking brake cables are much easier to put back in than take out. Trust me on that. Okay, one side is completed. You see me rolling. Trying to kiss me right and dirty. Kiss me right and dirty. The finger cruncher. Yeah, that really hurt. Doesn't taste good, there it is. Look at how freaking easy this is. When you have it loosened. Watch this side not be easy. I'd be so mad. I'm big mad. It literally took me 2.5 days to get that out. Such a pain in the ass. You live and you learn, I guess. For the love of Pete. But I guess that's what I can do. I have to use my whole freaking arm. Put the arm. Easy, easy. Easy, easy. I just took on myself. Look at this side. No, it's too much. Well, that's not good. It came out. I think I need some new bits. That was broke off so clean too. Oh my land. I'm pretty sure this is Harbor Freight. Oh yeah, that's definitely Harbor Freight. This is why you buy good tools. I mean, there is lifetime warranty on it, but look how clean that broke off. That thing was flush in there, bruh. Nice. That's big funny. That's a first for me. I haven't done that before. That's pretty funny. That's silly. Oh, I thought that was lightning, but it was my freaking light on my impact. I'm stupid. Okay. All done. Nice. All done.